history fans, and welcome back. Today we've got a Tudor objects video, but it's a more ASMR version of the shorts that I've been uploading to Instagram and TikTok. So if you're just here for the history, then please go and watch those over there. But this is going to be a mixture of history and ASMR. So Tudor objects, Tudor style necklace. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that jazz. And let's get started. This is a replica Tudor money box, and it's based on an artefact in the British Museum that's dated between 1560 and 1650, so Edward VI and James I. It's called Tudor greenware, and it's pottery with a greeny yellowy glaze on top. I'm not sure if you can hear the rain, but I hope you can. It's also known as a Tudor money pot. It was used as, well, what we would call a purse, but they called a portable bank for the late medieval Britain. And it's sort of, some people call it an earthenware container. It's typically round, green glazed with a vertical coin slot, and was used in Elizabethan theatres to collect your ticket money. In 1988 and 2010, lots of Tudor money box fragments were excavated at the Elizabethan Rose Theatre in London. And unbroken original money boxes are quite a rare find, because you could try and get the coin out through that slot, but really you would just have to break it. And in the 16th century they came with this little knobbled top. This is a replica, just to reiterate, don't worry. These pots were produced in Surrey, and the colour that became known as Tudor green glaze was made using ground up copper and a clear lead glaze, and it varies from a dark green to a yellowy green, depending on the thickness of the glaze or the colour of the clay. Next we have a pewter Tudor goblet, which is again a replica of an object that looks like this, and that is a pint goblet created as a celebration of the 500th anniversary of Henry VIII's accession to the throne. And it followed the traditional pewter making methods found in 1779. Henry became king on the 21st of April 1509 and was crowned on the 24th of June 1509 alongside his wife, Queen Catherine of Aragon. And after the coronation there were of course celebratory banquets where they might have drunk out of these goblets or out of tankards like this. Tudor tankards like this would have had a larger base and a smaller top, which might have been the case here. We'll never truly know. But their tankards had a wider base to provide more stability when drinking on board ship, and we know that because there's loads of these broken tankards found in the wreckage of the Mary Rose. But they have quite large handles, and I'm not sure if these are big enough to match those. I think this is more similar, well, it is one of the ale mugs given out at the ale houses. These pottery mugs are also known as a loving cup because they have two handles so you can easily share your drink. In the 16th century, these are also known as tigs and would mostly have 4 handles, but sometimes up to 11, so that you could easily share your drink. Now I feel like 11 handles might be a bit excessive, but up until the 19th century it was more common to share your drink of ale rather than have your own. So that's why they needed all the handles. And this last object I'm not going to be tapping on or anything, and it's a Bellamine jug or Bellamine jug, and it matches this one from Germany between 1650 and 1675. These stoneware jugs from Tudor times are found imported from the Rhineland, and they're known as Bartman or the bearded man. But these are sometimes, or mostly now, called Bellamine jugs. Now, it's argued that they're called these after Cardinal Robert Bellarmine, who was a Protestant who publicly condemned King James I for his treatment of Catholics. But it's most likely that really he represents a wild man from mythology. And I believe that's more likely because these were made whilst Bellarmine was still a child. And he looks like a wild man, doesn't he? I mean, come on,